Okay, hello Waxies. This is my second time doing this. I went over my 15 minutes and didn't realize it until I ended the video, so I had to redo it because it would have made me cut it short anyway. But anywho, we're going to be reviewing Kathy's Watergate Cake Scoopable Wax, Victoria's Designer Creations. This was a ice cream scoop melt and blue strawberry sugared cotton candy milkshake, and Kushner's Creations in the strawberry watermelon daiquiri and the birthday cake. Because I basically melted those in less than 12 hours of each other. So let's start off with Kathy's Scoopable. I bought this in September. She had an opening. I think she opens like every month, once a month. And this was my first time ever trying her Scoopable. So I bought this one, and I was supposed to get two of her whole wax strawberries, but she ended up by mistake sending me a scoopable in strawberry. I think it was strawberry something. I can't remember. It was a strawberry scent. But anywho, her stuff already comes cured. What Kathy does, and which I like, so you can get a Rose Girl experience really quick, is that she makes up her scoopables and then she puts them up for sale. So if she only has 20 of these, that's all you're going to be able to get is 20. Once the 20 sells out, that's it. She ships out very quickly because her stuff is already made prior to her opening, and she does give sneak peeks on what she will have, some of the stuff she will have when she opens in her Etsy store. And so this was one of them that she had in her opening in September. I like the scents that was on this. It's very fruity. When I got it, I smelled it and I loved it. It's very strong. I think this is like a pistachio mix, and it's not a very strong cherry scented pistachio, because pistachio can be very strong on the cherry, some of them, and I don't like cherry scents. It just makes me nauseous. But it's other stuff that's mixed, other scents, fruity scents that's mixed in with this. So I said I gotta try this because at the time I was on my little pistachio kick, and it smells so good, y'all, and it's so fruity. The first, as you can see, it's a lot going. The first couple of times I tried this in my room, it didn't do well at all. It was basically very little throw. Then I tried it again in my outside area, did in a 20-watt glade downstairs in my family room, didn't do well at all. So I started off with 1 spoon, because you see she says 1 to 2 tablespoons, although this may be a little bit bigger than a normal tablespoon, but it's not deep. So I started off with 1 tablespoon in my room, because you always start off less, you know, and then add on as you want the wax to be stronger. Did not do anything. So the next time, I think I used this about 3 times. The next time I used 2, didn't do anything. And the next 2 times I used 2 scoops, didn't do anything. So I just said, you know what, let me just let this sit. I started to destash it a few times because some people, it did well for them, who was able to get their hands on this. This flew out the door real quick. It was a lot of people that was trying to get their hands on this Watergate. I was on, got my stuff because it wasn't much I was getting, and I was out. So recently I said, let me give this another try. And I put this in my 20-watt glade downstairs in my family room. And I want to say this did very, very well. So I'm thinking the key to some of her scoopables, or Kathy's scoopables in general, because there was mixed reviews on it. Some people said they didn't get anything out of her scoopables. Some people said they like the scoopables, Kathy's scoopables, over Jenny's chunks. Go figure. I love Jenny's chunks. They do very well in my house. Jenny's wax period do well in my house, so I love Rose Girls. But I was a little bit disappointed because I thought this was going to be my quick fix to Rose Girls, and to get this, and it did not perform very well. I was like, dang. But I think the key for me with Kathy's scoopables is to let them sit for a little while after I get them, because again, this on the fourth or fifth try, or however many tries that I use this, this did very well, and it threw very well, and I got a nice strong steady scent. I want to say this threw at about an 8, and it was steady, which was good, because the first couple of times I used this, it was about a 2, maybe 3, and it didn't last long at all. So I'm thinking, for me, Cure is the way to go. If I decide to order in the future more of Kathy's scoopables and try more of her scents, because I definitely wanted to go back and get more, but I'm like, if I can't get this stuff to work in my house, then I can't go back and spend, I think these are $9, if I'm not mistaken. I can't go back and spend $9 on something that's not working in my house. And although I know people don't want to wait, to let something cure for a month or 2 months, I got more than enough wax, and I got a bunch of Jenny's wax that's already cured that I don't have to go melting as soon as I get it. But I didn't have this scent, and I just wanted to try this scent. But would I order this scent again? Absolutely. I just know now that I have to let it sit and cure for it to give me a good throw the way I want it to throw. So that is the RG Watergate Cake Scoopable Wax from Kathy, Jenny's mom, and she is on Etsy. She also has her own Facebook page, and if you live in Oshkosh, Kathy does make these, and Jenny sells them in her Rose Girl store. So that's that. Let's go to Victoria's Designer Creations. This was a scent from Victoria's Milkshake Sampler. These were big ice cream scoops. And this was blue strawberry sugar cotton candy milkshake. I'm thinking this is maybe blue cotton candy. I'm not sure, because I never heard of blue strawberry. So I'm thinking this is blue cotton candy. It would be too long, and she wouldn't be able to fit everything on the list. Strawberry. I've never heard of sugared strawberry. So I don't know where the sugar is coming from. Maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe it's sugar milk. I don't know. Cotton candy milkshake. But I want to say anyway, instead of trying to figure out all the scents, this was the bomb. I'm ready to inbox her and say, do she have any more of these ice cream scoops in this scent left from her milkshake sampler? Because this gave a great throw. It smelled up my family room. It smelled up the whole sitting area, down in the living room, the hallways. I was like, oh my goodness, I need more of this scent right here. But I know I wouldn't be able to do a custom because she has no tat, and I can't do the no tat. I can only do flash sales from her, something that she already has made and she's sending out within 2 weeks or less. So I really do like this scent. Victoria makes great wax. I love her wax, but I just can't do the tat thing, and she does state what her turnaround time is, which isn't one. It's basically order and then wait for it to come whenever. I can't do that. But love her wax. So I do catch her flash sales when she has stuff that I want, and I'm in the mood to buy. Or I could find a few scents that, not just finding one or two things. Let's go to Kushner's. Kushner's I got over the weekend. This is a new to me vendor. She came highly praised. I heard about her some months back from some of the OG waxies, but still was trying to get some of the stuff that I had been hearing about that was popular and hard to get. So one of the girls in the group, LJ, she finally she ordered this and did her review, her scope on this, and I was like, yeah, I need to try her. Great shipping, quickest shipping I ever seen in my life in the wax, since I've been in wax. And thought I would go in and try a few of her things, so I ordered a couple of her butterflies in different types of scents. Last night I decided to give it a try since her stuff is already cured when it comes. She already has these tarts made up. That's why she's able to ship it in less than 2 hours or whatever. But thought I would go in and melt birthday cake to see how her birthday cake smells. These were some nice size wax butterflies, so I said I'll cut it in half and start off low and then go from there. So I melted half of this butterfly tart, and at the time I didn't know how much this weighed. My scale was in my closet, and so I just said, let me go ahead and just cut it in half. And it looked like it was about 2 ounces, but wasn't quite sure. But I cut it in half, put it in my 20-watt Yankee candle in my bathroom, and it was just so-so. It was a light scent. The birthday cake wasn't like pow, like front porch. Left it in, of course, overnight. Turned it off before I went to church. But when I got up this morning, it was really light. I want to say like a 4. Just wasn't what I expected, you know. And so I turned it back on when I came in from church. It was still very light, you know, like a 3, 2, 3, I want to say. It was really light. And so I just said, let me just dump this and let me try a whole butterfly tart. I tried the less and it's not working for me. Let me try a whole tart. I didn't want to try the same scent, so I weighed this one first to see how much it really weighed before melting it, and it was 2 ounces, which is very good because these are $1.75 and you get 2 ounce wax melts, butterflies. And so I melted the whole thing, and I want to say, for me, the whole tart works for me, not 1 ounce. 1 ounce is not going to cut it in her wax so far, based on these 2 cents. For me, I need the whole 2 ounces. I can smell it all the way in my bedroom, which is hard to do at times because my bathroom is very hard to scent. And most of the time the wax may walk to the entrance of my bedroom from the bathroom, but not walk over by my bed where I'm smelling it all over my room. So I want to say, with her, I do like the wax. I do love this strawberry watermelon scent. You can smell the watermelon is the strongest, but strawberry watermelon is 2 of my favorite scents. This scent did very well, and for me, I would have to melt the whole 2 ounces. A half an ounce, a 1 ounces or a half of the tart is not going to cut it. And just so you can see, just in case some of y'all did not catch my haul video, this is what a whole one of her wax will look like. So you can see why I cut it in half, because it looks like a decent amount of wax, you know. It looked like it could be more than 2 ounces, and I'm trying to see if I can find one of them. Yeah, this is what Victoria's ice cream scoops look like, and I did melt the whole thing of this. I did not cut these in half. I melted the whole thing. So this is what, this one is also part of Victoria's milkshake sampler, and this is the orange pomegranate cotton candy. But you got like 10 or 12 of these things. And these are 2 ounces as well. So these are 2 ounces as well. You can see they're a nice size. So I did melt the whole thing in my 18-watt pink zebra. And again, this scent right here was it. But for me, Kushners, I will order again. I love her turnaround time. You can't beat it. Her prices are good. Her shipping is only like $5, I think. So you can't beat that with a stick. But the key for me is I need to melt this whole thing. Unfortunately, a half of one. And that's not a problem for me, because when it comes to scent shots or whatever, I always melt the whole thing, unless it's certain vendors and I could get away, like Glitterati. I can melt 1 ounce and that thing will like knock you dead, you know what I'm saying? But all wax vendors, wax is not like that, so it's not a problem. But That's my review. So thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Please leave your comments in the box below. Don't forget to share the video on Google.